Nano Cubics. This is the latest wheel. It's got two different sides to it. So the outer side is rounded and helps you climb up walls, climb onto curbs. And the inner side is a lock side. So when you're on the rail, it locks you in. Well, this side's gonna slip you over. Most wheels on the market are symmetrical, which means that you either get locked in and locked out or slip on and slip out. So this just makes way too much sense. Like, way too much sense. Like, the reason against this is in case you want to rotate your wheels, but like, if you want to do that, buy any other wheel and you can do that. Just any other wheel than this and you can rotate them and you'll be happy. So check this out though, there's more than just that. The bearings are offset. So the bearings are sitting about right here, not in the middle of the wheel, they're right here, which means that it covers your axle nut. And when it covers your axle nut, that means like, look how pristine that axle nut is. Wait, where's my worn board? Bro, axle nut, pristine, it's killing it. Yeah, there's skate tools literally made for fixing this issue after the, like, be proactive about it. Just get wheels that cover your nuts. Like, why not? The other thing about having this further that way is it opens up your truck wider. So your wheels would normally sit here, but now they're over there. And then it gives you more real estate to grind on. So if you're trying to get your wheels on either side of a curb, this will help you with that without getting a wider truck. Boom, you will feel it. And like, I can't tell you the amount of people that hit me up and they're like, bro, you said that the wheels would help me get into slappies and stay in slappies. And I was like, whatever, I'll try them. And they're like, whoa, it actually helped me get into slappies and stay in slappies. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm not just trying to BS the world. Like, I'm not just trying to put out products to have my name on products. Like, I'm trying to make something here and make it available, because I feel like so much of the industry and so many of the skaters are like, what's available? How do I manipulate my muscle memory to adapt to what's available? Well, I'm trying to think more like, how do we make the things that are available adapt more to what's possible on a skateboard? I don't know if that makes sense, but I just said it. Da-da-da-da-da. So the wheels come in 97A 52 millimeter only at first, because that's what I wanted to ride. But now they're coming out 52, 54, 56, 58, and 60 millimeter wheels in 97 and in 93A. And if you don't know about the 93A Dragons, they're the best. Like, they do a thing that no other wheel does, which is give you a smooth ride on rough concrete, and you can go to the skate park and backtail the whole ledge. Like, no longer do you have to sacrifice so much. There is a compromise wheel now, which is the Dragons 93A. This wheel, 97A, has a little bit less of that comfort on the asphalt, but it's still way better than 100A or 99A. So much nicer. And then it has the slickness of a 100A or 99A wheel from various brand. So why don't other companies do that? Because when you make a softer wheel, naturally it gets stickier. So George only spent like, what, my entire lifetime's worth of years trying to figure out how to make a softer wheel that slides without deteriorating. That's the other thing, a lot of soft wheels that do slide because they're falling apart. And these wheels don't do that, bro. They just slide. And it's not an easy thing to accomplish. Can't stress that enough. Yeah, I'm so happy with these wheels.
So are they set up on these boards?
Yeah, so pretty much all the flight decks have the 52 mil 97, but this board, look, it doesn't even have graphics on it yet. This is a 56 millimeter Nano Cubic.
Wow.
And it's 93A. It's the, see, look at that. Nano Cubic, 56 mil, 93A.
Cool.
Experimental codes. So these are just coming out like right now. I think you can pre-order them right now. But like right now, as in when we're filming this. When it comes out, it might already be available. And I think there's gonna be a red logo. Like this one is
Blue.
This one's blue for the 97As. So the softer ones, the 93s, are gonna be red, so it's easier to differentiate. And the thing that's so sick, dude, is I made these wheels for freestyle, for all these things. But the thing that they do the best out of any wheel, like the thing that they are made for, not made for, but where they perform their best is in like pool coping, DIY spots, skating gnarly transition, because this is gonna climb over that pool coping. Like that one quarter pipe at your park where the coping sticks out so far and you're like, how do people skate that? This is the wheel that's made to like climb over that. I always tell people when you see that really gnarly coping that sticks out, to think of it as a vertical slappy. So all the marketing I've done for the slappy is like applies to that. And then not only does it get you on, it locks you in. And that gnarly round coping is not easy to lock into. So usually you get the lock-in wheels, but then you're locked out. So just, I'd say the place that I think these are gonna thrive the most in the marketplace is bowl DIY pool skating. That and the smaller sizes for curb, parking lot, flip tricks, ledge skating. Wallies, dude. Wallies for life. So I was talking with Hippie Mike recently. Right when these wheels came out, he sent me a message. And he said, I was just laughing so hard because I remember that first night you sat down with George after the World Roundup freestyle event. They have these event dinners. And I sat down with George and he's like, all I could hear you say was 97A mini cubics over and over and over again. Because George made the mini cubic wheel like way back in the 80s. Like hugely popular wheel. You'll see it in all those 80s photos. And that was my favorite, the 97A mini cubics. And they slid so good. But what I didn't understand was they slid because they were so huge and wide and heavy that if you use that same formula in a smaller wheel, it wouldn't slide the same. So I was like, it was my dream since like 15 to get 97A mini cubics, but smaller than mini cubics. So like, that's 15, now I'm 27, that's 12 years later, that dream came true. And like, it's cool how those little conversations blow up into these things. If you don't know mini cubics, look them up and don't accidentally order those because they do look kind of similar. And like these are not new inventions. This is just bringing back what's been in the marketplace, has left the marketplace, and now there's a void where I think it should be, and trying to fill that void. So the 5297 is what I ride. It's the perfect size for me. But if you don't ride that small of a wheel, try the bigger one. It's going to go faster, it's going to climb over stuff better, and it's going to lock in better. So it's like win-win all around. So these Nano Cubics, they stick over the axle. So this is an 845 board, and another 845 board. These are 8-inch trucks with the Nanos. These are 838s with the Dragons, and they end up sitting around the same. So that tells you that your Nanos are gonna stick out, because this is 838, this is an 8, and they stand around the same right there. So if you want to get the Nanos and you want your trucks to feel exactly the same as they do now, I recommend getting a 3/8 smaller, or yeah, 3/8 smaller of a truck. Or if you want to try wider trucks, you can just get these wheels to instead. Yeah.